while there wasn't extensive storm damage across the Northland tonight, one area did see serious tree damage and power outages.
Now, this is an area in Carlton County just south of Moose Lake where strong winds took down dozens of trees, even sending one of them onto a home. These photos were sent to us by Ashley Mataseski. She says the road to the home was covered with downed trees and the fire department had to come in and remove them just to get to the house, as sadly one of the trees crashed through the roof of this home. Thankfully, no reports of injuries. Several hundred people were without power there for hours tonight.
Well, this was the largest hail we saw in our region tonight, roughly quarter size, falling on Net Lake just outside of Orr. Many other reports of pea-size hail from the range to Pine County.
Some Iron Range communities had a wild view of this shelf cloud this evening. Look at that. Lindsay Springer sent us this picture of it moving right over Sand Lake and Britt.
But as the storms moved away and skies began to clear, many of us got a rainbow show. Check this out from Kelly Jo Riley Johnson in Pike Lake. Lightning in the foreground, a rainbow in the background, a once-in-a-lifetime photo.
And then some double rainbows also coming in from many of you. This was closer to Duluth, a photo taken by Dawn Feist Kairola in her Friedenberg Township backyard.